Clash Royale, which released on the 2nd of March 2016, was one of Supercell's biggest hits, rivaling other games that had previously released such as Clash of Clans, but over the past few years it's had a quick decline in popularity and players, and in this video I'm going to tell you why and the reasons that could be behind it, and most of the stuff that could impact other games made by Supercell because of it. Like and subscribe, comment down below other videos I should do. I don't talk about Clash Royale much on this channel, and I don't really play the game all too much, so you guys can give me tips on how to improve in the comments, and you can also just tell me if you enjoyed this kind of content and I'll make more of it. I just thought a lot of people are already making this kind of content, and I want to go through everything to do with the new update, which is like causing an issue, and why it could affect all the other games, because I feel like the manipulation that's going on with Clash Royale could affect the entire Supercell and basically kill the company. But let's get into it. Okay, so first guys, we're going to get into all the reasons why Supercell is going wrong with Clash Royale right now, and it's mainly down to communication. So they've said that due to their statistics and their data that people enjoy upgrading cards, and if you don't know, Clash Royale doesn't really introduce anything new with card levels. It's very different to a game like Brawl Stars, where you can get gears or star powers, and very different to a game like Clash of Clans, where you can get new town hall with a bunch of new stuff like troops and other things. But Clash Royale don't really offer that. It's basically just stats, but the stats are mainly distributed when a new level releases anyway, so it's not really different to begin with, if you get what I mean. But they're adding level 50 in this update because their data says that people loved upgrading cards. The reason their data probably says this is due to champions releasing in the same update, but if they want to believe that it's due to upgrading cards, they can. That's not the real issue. The issue is what else they're doing. They said this would cost no gold, which was really cool. Like, people were excited when they heard there would be no gold for level 15, because it might actually not be a grind, and it might actually be something worth having in the game. But it's quite the opposite. Basically, it is more of a grind, because you need 5,000 elite wildcards, which is a new currency releasing, which will take about 10 years to upgrade every card in Clash Royale to level 15 if you have them all maxed already, which I am nowhere near to begin with. So that's something. As well as this, they are tripling the amount of gold, which is pretty good, but they are also making other dumb moves, like going into masteries, which is one of the main form of gems for free-to-play players. It's the only way me as a free-to-player can get gems, and they are getting rid of them. Yeah, they're getting rid of the gems, the one free-to-play way, which you could use to buy elite wildcards, gold, anything, and they're just replacing it flat out with gold. You don't need gold to get to level 15. They're adding gold everywhere. They're basically making it so it's going to be impossible to buy them. They basically gaslit us by saying it's not going to cost gold, and then immediately hiding what the price actually will be. Like, it's absurd. But doing this is very manipulative, and they've basically come out with a few things saying they don't know if it's 100% going to work. They've seen 8% of people in a poll upgrading their cards, which doesn't really say that everyone loves it in the first place, so I don't really know why they've said that people enjoyed upgrading cards by statistics and by their data. But they've said that they're going to test it and then maybe revert it if it gets that bad. People are begging you, practically begging you, sending you threats at this point. Like, I don't agree with people sending threats to any of the Clash Royale team. Like, that's too far. But like, people are doing that. People are basically going to boycott buying level 15. People aren't going to bother, and they think it's going to work. The reason they're doing this, and they're not changing it straight away, they're changing it midway through probably, is for one, they can get people who will spend a lot of money to buy the stuff while they can. They might as well keep it expensive for now, and then change it like halfway through the next update, so they can get a few spenders. They can also do it so when they do increase their way of progressing, they will actually not do as much. Let me explain. So basically, what they've done in the past, I will use the events tab as a example for this. They've basically, what they did with this example is they removed the events tab, they got it into its own separate bit, but made it so it's a lot worse. So there's less modes you can play. It's one mode that swaps every time, and you can't earn crowns or chests from it. And you also get these new currency that you can only get 1,000 of a day, and if you don't play, it's kind of demanding. So it's very just grindy again, is a good way to put it. But basically, this update, they're adding crowns and chests back. That's it. They're acting like they're superheroes for adding that back, when in reality, they've kind of manipulated the community. They're basically saying, alright, we'll compromise with you and make it this. Just release the original version back. Just revert it to what it was. It's basically saying, alright, I'll give you 3 apples. And then taking 2 of the apples and being like, okay, I've got these apples. And you're starving with your 1 apple. You ask for the 3 apples back. They give you 1 more. That's not the 3 apples. But they're hoping we'll be satisfied with it anyway. They're basically saying, you've got to be happy with what we give you, and like we don't. We should be like doing what we're doing, because there's people like KFC and B-Rad, and I don't think KFC is, but B-Rad and blooming Clash with Ash, and not really OJ, because OJ seems to stick with their side quite a lot. I get it, because like they're all like basically in the Supercell creator program, so like they've got to kind of stick up to them to a degree. But like everyone's kind of like rioting against them, which is good, and it's kind of what we wanted to see. But anyways, so hey, it's me, Editor Me from the future. I'm gonna sum all this up in 30 seconds, because honestly I've been editing this for all day and I just can't be bothered. You probably can tell by how lazy the PNGs have gotten towards the end. But anyways, so basically I was gonna say, basically Supercell's managed to ruin itself, because this is going to have an influence on the other games. Like, even though it's a different department, it's going to have impacts, because they're going to obviously have that permanently known as something that Supercell's done. They've like added all these awful updates, and even if it wasn't the Brawl Stars team that did it, it's still Supercell, so like they're all going to get impacted by it. But yeah, I basically extended that into 4 minutes, so I don't know how I did it. But yeah, like and subscribe, comment down below other videos I should do. Tell me if you hate Supercell at the moment. Brawl Stars is doing good. It's good to be a Brawl Stars creator, but no, Clash Royale isn't doing too good, so yeah, goodbye.